Okay, here we are getting towards the, well, I'd like to say the end of the first round, but we're not there yet. The middle of the end of the first round or the end of the middle, I'm not sure which. Anyway, it's time to start our summer split strategy. This is a response to increased mortality in my operation and across many operations across Canada. So we have surplus bees at the end of the honey season. The bees, well, let's have a look. They're not robbing yet. At the last site, they were just sniffing around the boxes in a way they wouldn't if they were all finding natural forage in the field. So we're not going to lose much honey by dividing the hive at this point. So what we're doing is we have on the truck some sorted dark frames. These are ones coming out of the extractor. These have come out of the extractor, often have been on the hive for a while, and maybe older frames, so they've got lots of granulated honey in them. And that dark comb is very attractive to the bees. And then whenever we get some of these monster hives, then we will put, that's the brood chamber, that's untouched. Then the queen excluder, also untouched. We've swapped in one empty honey super of white comb, and then that dark box like I showed you, and then the bee escape, and then all the honey supers. So those bees will migrate down through the bee escape, populate these two boxes here. And then I will come and skim off these top boxes as my splits. So this is integrated into my honey collection process. There's Tim running the ezyloader today. Well, this is holiday Monday, so it's a skeleton crew today. Nephew Otto, hired man Sari. You can kind of tell just by how that stack swings around whether it's heavy or full, or heavy or light. That's a pretty solid one, I think. These bees have all done pretty well. So anyway, this is the start of my split strategy. These hives, all the ones with the green tags, were summer splits last year. So this is kind of chickens coming home to roost, in the sense that these hives are all strong enough to make a split again. And honestly, they're the same as any other hive in the operation. And there's not that many hives in this site that won't be splittable. Even the ones that are a little bit shorter, you can see there's some that are only 3 or 4 honey supers on them. I poked my nose under the lid. They are jam-packed. I may be a little bit slow getting here. Anyway, so this is step 1. In a bit I'll show you step, because we'll go this afternoon to a site that this process was done to on Friday, 4 days ago, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, here we are at stage 2 of the split process, where we're pulling the honey, and you can see that I've got that box of darker comb. And if you didn't use bee escapes, you could probably simplify this process just to throw in the box you want on top after you've pulled the honey. So, of course, the forages are out right now. That's a box of bees. Maybe not the best one. Let's look at a few more. So these ones look pretty good. They probably made themselves some feed. So I contend that that'll make a pretty good split. So this is one that didn't get a second box. We judged it as being smaller when we were setting up the escapes. I'd say we were right about that. So you'll see that once all the honey's off, same over here. The boxes that are at the third level, unless I notice something that's unusual, and I'll mark the lid as a not split, but all those thirds will just be taken as the splits. And it's just, I just enjoy watching all of that work getting done by the machine instead of the man. That's a stack of 5. I used to have a little wheel trolley that would run stacks like that up a ramp. Took probably 2 or 3 minutes a stack after I had already manually lifted the boxes. There's a stack of 6. I could watch that all day, but usually I can't because I'm the one running the machine. Help me. That one's good. That one's good too. It's hard to tell on the camera, but every bee space is full of bees. Until Timmy has looked at the stacks to figure out what's the most logical order to grab them in. Some nephew Otto on the truck doesn't have to repile too many boxes. It's kind of like playing Tetris. Of course, an obvious step in getting all these splits made is having the queens. So these were ordered a long time ago between the 2 boxes, 250 queens, local supplier, and it's a little bit of work and quite a lot of money, but we're ready to go. So here are some splits that I made. I jumped the gun a little bit because of the weather forecast. So these were made queenless last night, and we'll add the queens now.